The footage was grainy, but the timing was too perfect. As Charlie Kirk collapsed behind the stage, his chief of staff, Mikey McCoy, didn't flinch, not even for a second. He turned away, phone already to his ear, before anyone else realized what had happened. But now, the internet is exploding because Mikey's own wife just leaked the receipts, and Erika Kirk is reportedly panicking behind the scenes. What started as rumors has turned into a full-blown firestorm. Private messages, anonymous voice notes, group chats between Turning Point insiders, all hinting that someone knew what was going to happen to Charlie before it did. Even wilder, Erika may have slipped up on national TV, calling it a they, not a he. And now, thousands are combing through every second of footage, every photo, every cryptic post from the days leading up to that moment. Was Charlie's tragedy just a coincidence? Or was it something far more orchestrated? Because when the only eyewitnesses start disappearing from social media, and the one woman trying to tell the truth suddenly goes silent, we don't just have a mystery. We have a cover-up. And it's unraveling faster than Erika Kirk can stop it. The storm didn't start the day Charlie Kirk collapsed. It started long before. Long before the shots were heard. Long before Erika Kirk gave her carefully calculated interviews. Long before Mikey McCoy stood calmly with his phone already to his ear. The seeds of the scandal were sown in the corridors of Turning Point USA, where power, loyalty, and ambition collided behind closed doors. Charlie Kirk wasn't just the face of a movement. To his followers, he was a crusader. A symbol. A voice that shouted louder than the chaos around him. But inside the circle, where few were allowed to tread, things were different. At home, cracks had started to show. Erika Kirk, his wife, had always played the role of perfect partner, graceful, sharp, and camera-ready. But those close to the couple whispered about tensions rising. Long nights, quiet fights, and an increasing emotional distance that neither Charlie nor Erika ever publicly acknowledged. They were no longer just a married couple. They were a brand, and keeping the facade intact became more important than fixing what was breaking. Enter Mikey McCoy. At only 23, Mikey skyrocketed through Turning Point's ranks like a golden boy predestined for greatness. Intelligent, articulate, and fiercely loyal, at least on paper, Mikey became Charlie's right hand. But that closeness came at a cost. Some insiders began to notice that Mikey wasn't just staff, he was everywhere Charlie went. Every meeting, every trip, every private moment. And where Mikey went, his wife Eliza often followed. The McCoys and Kirks started spending time together outside of work. First it was business retreats. Then private vacations. Dinners turned into late-night strategy sessions. Until one day, those strategy sessions stopped feeling so professional. There were murmurs. Not loud, but persistent. Questions about why Mikey had more access to Charlie than anyone else. Why Erika seemed both relieved and tense when Mikey was around. Why Eliza started appearing less and less in group photos. Then came the trip. A Turning Point family getaway. Pitched as a bonding opportunity. Just 4 people, Charlie, Erika, Mikey, and Eliza. According to leaked posts from Eliza herself, it was their first family vacation together. But the timing was strange, just weeks before everything unraveled. And what stood out most was the footage. Videos of Charlie with his children. Moments too intimate, too perfectly framed, as if someone knew they needed to be preserved. Who was behind the camera? Mikey. Every frame. Every shot. As if he was documenting a goodbye. Now, if that were all, it could have been chalked up to coincidence. A devoted team capturing life. But then came the timeline. Charlie's collapse happened in a matter of seconds. Yet somehow, Mikey was already on the phone before most people had even realized what happened. He didn't fumble. He didn't panic. He just turned, placed the phone to his ear, and walked away. A reaction so unnatural, it sparked a digital frenzy the moment footage leaked. No fumbling for buttons. No scrolling for contacts. Just immediate action, like he'd been waiting for that very moment. And then came the contradiction. Erika Kirk, in a televised interview, stated calmly that the first call she received came from Mikey, seconds after Charlie went down. She even recalled missing the call because she was with her mother at a doctor's appointment. But that's the twist, the viral video matches her exact timeline. If that clip is real, Erika accidentally confirmed that Mikey was indeed on the phone immediately. But Turning Point's PR machine scrambled to spin it. They claimed Mikey wasn't calling anyone, just reacting to loud noise. So who's lying? That's where Mikey McCoy's wife, Eliza, comes in. At first, she was silent, supportive, loyal. But the cracks began to show. Leaked screenshots, disappearing Instagram stories, a chilling audio clip in which a woman, believed to be Eliza, whispers, "I can't stay silent anymore." This wasn't an accident. Then she vanished. Social accounts gone. Friends silenced. Her name scrubbed from any official Turning Point posts. The only thing that remained was the digital footprint of her desperate attempts to sound the alarm and Erika Kirk's increasing panic as those leaks gained traction. Because Erika knows, if even a sliver of it is true, everything they've built collapses. And the world is starting to ask the question they've worked so hard to avoid. How much did Erika and Mikey really know before that day? The storm began with silence, but it didn't stay quiet for long. As the dust barely settled after Charlie Kirk's tragic and unexpected death, Turning Point USA scrambled to spin a tidy narrative. But behind the scenes, panic was erupting in places they didn't expect. Erika Kirk, known for her poised public image and carefully curated family-first persona, was no longer the symbol of calm. She was reportedly spiraling. And the reason? Mikey McCoy's wife was done being silent. Let's rewind. Because the moment that shattered everything started with a leak no one saw coming. In the early morning hours, a burner Twitter account dumped a folder of screenshots, audio recordings, and one cryptic message. She tried to warn him. Within minutes, amateur sleuths online connected the account to someone close, too close, to the inner circle. Speculation went wild, but one name kept popping up, Eliza McCoy, Mikey's wife. And that's when Erika reportedly snapped. Inside sources say that as soon as the leak surfaced, Erika canceled all her upcoming media appearances, locked down her calendar, and made one desperate call to Turning Point USA's crisis PR team. Her exact words, according to a source present, "We cannot let her speak again." Do you understand me? Those on the inside said Erika's entire demeanor changed. The perfectly rehearsed tone was gone, replaced by fear. Because Eliza knew too much. According to one insider, Eliza had stumbled upon messages, some typed, others handwritten, that suggested the day Charlie died wasn't as spontaneous as everyone was led to believe. Worse? She allegedly discovered a text from Erika, sent days before the incident, that read, "We need to make sure this is handled before the 14th. Handled what? That date, the 14th, aligned eerily close to Charlie's passing. But here's the twist that shattered any trust left in the official story. Eliza had receipts. Not vague claims. Not rumors. She had saved voice memos of Mikey talking in hushed tones. She had screenshots of deleted signal messages. She had photos from the private family trip weeks before the incident, photos that hadn't made it to Instagram, where everyone smiled for the cameras. In one, Charlie sat alone on a bench looking distressed, while Erika and Mikey spoke intensely behind him, unaware they were being photographed. In another, a small notepad sat open on a table at their vacation home. The page? A list of contingency points, one of which read, "Secure footage timeline." And then it happened. One of the audio files, short, barely 15 seconds, featured Mikey whispering, "She's nervous. Erika says we're fine, but I don't know. We rehearsed it, but it's different now. It's happening too fast." Too fast? Rehearsed what? Online, the backlash was instant and volcanic. Reddit threads exploded with theories. Twitter timelines turned into war zones. And Erika Kirk's name was trending not for grief, but for suspicion. But Erika wasn't the only one panicking. Turning Point USA executives began receiving anonymous emails, complete with select screenshots from Eliza's alleged folder. Each email ended the same way, "Tell the truth, or we will." Suddenly, things moved fast. Legal teams were activated. A non-disclosure order was drafted overnight. Eliza's close friends were contacted and warned. Her family was reportedly told to keep her calm. Meanwhile, Erika's team worked overtime trying to plug the leak. But what none of them realized, Eliza had already backed up everything. Cloud servers, USB drives hidden in safe places. She wasn't just trying to get attention, she was building a case. And the real bombshell? Eliza never believed Charlie's death was natural. Privately, she had always questioned Mikey's account. He claimed Charlie just collapsed, that there was panic, that he tried to help. But Eliza saw his clothes when he came home that day. No signs of distress. No dirt, no blood, not even a wrinkle. His eyes? Too calm. Like he'd practiced what he was about to say. She confronted him. And what he said chilled her to the core. Sometimes people have to fall so others can rise. What does that even mean? She recorded that conversation. It was part of the leaks. A distorted audio file, but unmistakably Mikey's voice. Chilling. Detached. Controlled. When Candace Owens got wind of the leak, she didn't hesitate. On her podcast, she dropped this line. I warned people that this wasn't adding up. And now, we've got evidence that might finally blow the lid off what happened to Charlie Kirk. Her episode title? Who Stood Behind Him? The episode went viral. Meanwhile, Erika tried to do damage control. She released a short statement calling the leaks fabricated nonsense and accused the radical left of manufacturing distractions. But the internet wasn't buying it. They remembered her interview on Fox when she said, I trust our team, instead of naming any suspect. And when Jesse Waters asked her if it was just a coincidence Charlie died right after addressing trans violence, she said, I don't believe in coincidences. Now that line was being used against her. Erika's supporters tried to downplay the leaks. Out of context, they cried. Grieving widow, they insisted. But there was too much now. Too many holes. Too many timelines that didn't make sense. And in the middle of it all, Mikey McCoy went completely dark. No tweets. No statements. No sightings. The last footage anyone had of him was the now infamous moment during Charlie's collapse, where he calmly walked away with his phone already to his ear. No fumbling. No panic. Just a perfect execution of a call he already knew he'd be making. To Erika. The internet thought it had seen the worst of it. But they were wrong. Just when the online world had begun adjusting to the fallout from the first wave of leaks, a new ripple shattered the illusion of calm. At precisely 3:03 a.m., a brand new anonymous account appeared on X, formerly Twitter. It had no followers, no bio, no posts, until one singular thread went live. It was just 3 words. They rehearsed this. Attached was a 17-second video clip that hadn't been seen before. The quality was grainy, the angle awkward, shot behind a row of stage rigging, but what it showed was undeniable, a rehearsal. Charlie, Mikey, and 2 others stood in what looked like a mock interview setup. Mikey pointed to a spot on the floor. Charlie nodded. A third man, presumed to be production, gestured towards a black curtain and said, "That's where the mark lands." Charlie glanced down and muttered, "Okay, same as last time? The same as last time?" That one sentence ignited a frenzy. Was there a last time? Were they doing dry runs of staged interviews or something else entirely? No one could explain what the rehearsal was for or why it even existed. But the idea that something had been planned in advance gained terrifying traction. Theories ran wild. TikTokers made frame-by-frame breakdowns. Reddit threads reached thousands of upvotes in minutes. And once again, the pressure was on Erika Kirk. Erika's cracking public image. Up until now, Erika had maintained a calm, almost eerie composure in public. But cracks were beginning to show. She canceled an appearance on the Rubin Report. Then, a week later, a Turning Point Women's event quietly removed her from the speaker list. No public explanation. No statement. Just silence. Sources close to Erika told the Conservative Mirror that she was in emergency PR mode. One insider claimed Erika hired 2 crisis management firms in less than 48 hours after the second leak hit. She's trying to control the narrative before it's too late, they said. But it might already be. Candace Owens posted a cryptic message on her Instagram story during this time. You can only bury the truth for so long before it claws its way out. Fans connected the dots. Candace had been eerily silent the past few days. Some even believed she was gathering more evidence behind the scenes. Then came the second major twist. Mikey's financial secrets exposed. A whistleblower from Turning Point USA came forward to Independent Liberty News with what they claimed were internal budget spreadsheets. The documents, if verified, showed massive travel reimbursements and unusual expense codes listed under Mikey McCoy's name, some as high as $24,000 in a single month. One entry was labeled Media Ops, Emergency Recap, South Korea, dated just 4 days before Charlie's passing. The odd part? That trip wasn't listed on any of Turning Point's public schedule. No Instagram stories, no posts, no press. It was as if it never happened, except for the footage of Charlie walking quietly through Seoul, filmed by Mikey himself. So why was that trip documented so thoroughly by Mikey's wife, but kept out of all official channels? Now, internet sleuths had a new theory, that the South Korea trip was a cover. A final moment between the team before something big happened. Was it farewell? A reset plan? A dry run for plausible deniability? Nobody knew. But Erika's absence from online platforms during that week only added more fuel to the theory. The second audio clip, "You're not supposed to talk." Then came the second audio drop. This one shook listeners to their core. A trembling female voice, believed to be Mikey's wife, said this in a whisper. "I told him this was too much. I said, you can't pretend anymore. He said it's not about pretending, it's about surviving." Then someone texted me from a blocked number saying, "You're not supposed to talk." And I haven't slept since. The voice paused, then continued. They knew. Charlie didn't know everything. But Mikey did. And Erika, she was always in the loop. She told me herself, "We keep the machine running. No matter what." That's what she said. Word for word. The internet froze. The idea that Erika Kirk may have uttered the phrase, "We keep the machine running. No matter what," sent shockwaves across every platform. It wasn't just a scandal anymore. It sounded like an institution protecting itself at any cost. Candace Owens drops a bombshell live. At the height of the chaos, Candace Owens finally returned to her platform for a special live stream, just 10 minutes long, but absolutely volcanic in impact. She began with a simple statement, "I wasn't going to say anything. But after tonight, I have no choice." Candace then proceeded to describe a phone call she received from a terrified woman just 3 nights earlier. Though Candace didn't name her, viewers were certain she meant Mikey McCoy's wife. "She told me she didn't feel safe anymore," Candace said. "That the people she trusted were twisting the truth and that she regretted staying quiet this long." Then Candace stared directly into the camera and said, "I have something you need to see. And next week, I'll show it." The internet exploded. Candace has receipts trended across X, TikTok, and YouTube within an hour. The internet was a war zone. After Candace Owens' live stream hinted at yet another bombshell drop, and the second anonymous clip confirmed a rehearsal involving Charlie, Mikey, and others, the public response reached a fever pitch. News anchors danced around the story on mainstream platforms, but online, the gloves were off. People weren't just speculating anymore. They were choosing sides. And this time, the consequences weren't just digital. Turning Point USA's subreddit was locked within 48 hours. Moderators cited security risks and targeted disinformation, but users weren't buying it. Telegram groups exploded with screenshots and decoded timeline charts. YouTube breakdowns of the viral clips began pulling in millions of views in just hours. And amid the chaos, one question refused to go away. What did Erika Kirk know and when? Erika's silence sparks outrage. For a woman once seen as the grieving widow of a conservative icon, Erika's sudden retreat from public life raised alarms. She canceled speaking engagements. Her podcast went dark. Her social media team went into blackout mode. And when a single pre-scheduled post promoting a Turning Point initiative went up on her Instagram during the scandal's peak, it backfired spectacularly. "Wrong post, wrong time," one user commented. "We're not doing curated captions and clean filters when your husband's death is being questioned." Thousands agreed. That post was flooded with over 70,000 comments within 24 hours, most of them calling for the truth. Influencers who once praised Erika were now untagging old collaborations. Christian bloggers who had once posted about Erika's strength and faith began publicly distancing themselves. Then came a protest outside a Turning Point event in Phoenix. Small at first, just 20 people with signs reading, "Where's the truth, Erika?" But it quickly grew. Within hours, a full crowd gathered. Cameras rolled. A live stream caught a protester screaming into the mic, "We believed you. We followed you. And now you're hiding behind silence while the people closest to Charlie leak the truth." The pressure mounted like a dam ready to burst. Mikey McCoy, from hero to suspect. Meanwhile, Mikey McCoy was experiencing a fall from grace like no other. Once hailed as a prodigy, a brilliant right-hand man to Charlie, Mikey was now the internet's most watched man. Every expression, every appearance, every timeline discrepancy was being dissected. The praise campaign launched by Turning Point backfired massively. The brave Mikey McCoy, the loyal Mikey McCoy, the selfless Mikey McCoy, every repetition of his name now sounded like satire. People began mocking the phrasing, creating meme edits where Mikey's name was replaced with absurd adjectives. The unbelievable Mikey McCoy, the sainted Mikey McCoy, the holy and untouchable Mikey McCoy. Reddit threads began posting side-by-side comparisons of other public figures involved in real scandals, showing how quickly their inner circles distanced themselves. But in this case, the unrelenting praise made people feel like they were being gaslit. The phrase, "Mikey McCoy is amazing," itself became a meme, used sarcastically to refer to anything suspicious or clearly rehearsed. Whispers in conservative circles. And then it started happening behind closed doors. Sources inside the conservative media sphere began leaking that many in Turning Point's upper ranks were no longer aligned with Erika's crisis strategy. Donors were uncomfortable. Guests were pulling out of upcoming panels. And the biggest shock? Fox News insiders leaked that Jesse Watters' team had been pressured to cut certain lines from his interview with Erika. The raw footage, allegedly stored on a secure server, reportedly includes Erika pausing, hesitating, and nearly breaking down when asked about the rehearsal rumors. Those moments were cut before airing, but now everyone was trying to get the unedited version. A former Turning Point employee anonymously told Liberty First Daily, "They're managing the narrative like it's a campaign, not a tragedy." And some of us, we're done with the cover-up. Public sentiment turns. The emotional fallout wasn't just about facts. It was about trust. Erika and Charlie had become a symbol. A curated, polished, faith-forward couple leading young conservatives into a new generation. And now, that image was collapsing. TikToks showing Charlie's last moments, especially the footage of him walking hand-in-hand with his kids, were now being reposted with somber piano music and comments like, "We thought we knew this story. We were wrong." Even fans who didn't buy into the conspiracy were heartbroken. One viral video showed a girl in tears saying, "I used to listen to Erika every week. She made me feel strong, like I could build something. But now, I don't know what to believe. And it hurts." People didn't just want explanations. They wanted accountability. And every second of silence from Erika was beginning to feel like a slap in the face. Just when it felt like the dust couldn't possibly be stirred any further, the most chilling leak yet dropped, and it didn't come from Candace Owens, Reddit, or even an anonymous whistleblower. It came from inside the Kirk household. Late one evening, a private security contractor who had been hired by the Kirks for digital safety quietly passed along encrypted files to an investigative journalist. This source, verified through metadata, claimed they were originally instructed to wipe and secure all digital communications from Erika's home server. But what they found was so disturbing, they couldn't ignore it. The leak was a single unedited audio file, a security cam recording, never meant to be heard by the public. The room is quiet. You can hear someone walking in heels. The sound of a wine glass gently hitting a marble countertop. Then a familiar voice, trembling slightly, begins speaking. "I told him not to say anything. I told him we weren't ready for that kind of heat." The voice is unmistakably Erika Kirk. Then, a male voice, low, agitated. "You think I wanted this?" He was already asking questions. He wanted out. Silence. Then Erika again, voice breaking. Then he shouldn't have found the texts, Mikey. He shouldn't have looked through my laptop. You knew the rules. The room goes silent. A chair slides. Footsteps. And then, Mikey's voice, barely a whisper. We rehearsed it for weeks. You said he wouldn't figure it out. That was all it took. Within seconds of the leak going live, the internet shattered. The rehearsed line that changed everything. Screenshots were one thing. Anonymous clips were speculative. But this was a voice. Two voices. Confirming the suspicions millions had already pieced together. That Charlie Kirk may have uncovered something, and that Mikey and Erika had been preparing for something long before the tragic day. The phrase, "we rehearsed it for weeks," trended on X, TikTok, and YouTube in less than 30 minutes. Content creators went wild. Analysts broke down the clip word by word, comparing vocal patterns, timestamps, and even the ambient sound design to match it with past footage of Erika's home. Everything matched. And that wasn't even the final twist. The surveillance footage nobody was supposed to see. Within hours of the voice recording, a second clip leaked, but this one had video. It showed the interior of Erika's kitchen weeks before the incident. The exact same voices. The same counters. And this time, documents spread out on the table, maps of an event center, guest seating arrangements, and a folder labeled "Control Room." The footage was muted. But Mikey was seen pointing to specific spots on the map. Erika nodded. They weren't just planning a fundraiser. They were orchestrating something much larger. One frame showed what appeared to be a stage schematic, with an X marked exactly where Charlie would stand during a live event. The internet couldn't believe it. The final straw. All of this led to one terrifying realization. Charlie Kirk may have died for knowing too much. Mikey's wife, now completely off-grid, became the symbol of the truth silenced. Erika? She hadn't issued a single response to the audio or video leak. Not a denial. Not a clarification. Nothing. But Candace Owens did. In a surprise midnight post, she dropped only 4 words, white text on a black background. Now do you see? Her comment section exploded. And just like that, the story morphed from a scandal to something darker, something resembling conspiracy, collusion, and betrayal at the highest levels. But here's what made it unbearable. The final seconds of the surveillance clip showed Erika walking to the kitchen drawer, pulling out what looked like a burner phone and whispering, "Delete everything. It's done." And there it is, y'all, another mind-blowing chapter in this unraveling saga. If you're still sitting there in shock, trust me, you're not alone. From suspicious call logs to mysterious getaways, to Erika's chilling, they comment, and Mikey McCoy's bizarrely polished reputation, every single detail points to one undeniable truth. Something doesn't add up. This isn't just about one tragedy. It's about the people surrounding it. The eerie silence. The rehearsed statements. The viral footage, and those leaked messages that sent the internet into a tailspin. And now, the one woman who might have held the key, Mikey's wife, is gone silent, vanishing from every corner of social media. So here's the real question. What are they hiding? Was this just a tragic moment caught on camera, or the final scene in a carefully orchestrated plan? You've seen the footage. You've heard the whispers. You've felt the weight of every contradiction. Now it's your turn. Do you believe the official story? Or do you think Erika Kirk, Mikey McCoy, and others in that tight Turning Point USA circle know more than they're letting on? Speech Balloon, drop your thoughts in the comments. Seriously, we want to know what you see between the lines. Mobile phone with arrow, make sure you hit that like button if this left you speechless. Bell subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, because baby, this isn't the end. Not even close. Eyes and share this with someone who needs to see it. Let's blow the lid off this thing together. Until next time, keep your eyes wide open. The truth is out there, it's just waiting for the right moment to be exposed. We'll be watching. Will you?